Shit. Okay, never mind. But there it is. Cool.
What's going on over there?
That's for that. You see on the monitor where it. And then but we need to make it. Hang on. We got to make an addendum. This is inaccurate so far.
Yeah, cross it out. Cross out Phil's name. All right, Bill. If you're watching this,
There it is.
you fucked up.
No, but yeah, we'll get you on another episode. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Hello,
Can they
everybody.
hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
All right.
Kind of. Yeah, keep. Do talk into it though.
Hello.
That's you're clipping now. Put those headphones on to your left.
I can't wait to just clip the shit out of this mic.
There we go. Nice.
All right. I'm here.
We've started. This is the first.
Phil is not. That's okay though.
That's chill. That's chill.
Setting up the camera.
Yeah, we'll just put this there for now. That gives everybody a good view of what's going on in the center of the table, vaguely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Guest this week is Nick White. How long have you been doing? How long have you been? Didn't we start like the same night or something? Weren't we? Like, yeah. Yeah. It was like late February, right?
Yeah, around the same night. I want to hold my. I want to hold my headphones like an R&B singer in the booth, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this. Hell yeah.
It'll work.
Yeah, man. I want to say we started around the same time. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're definitely getting the hang of it. You're definitely getting the hang of it. I think we're both getting into our stride.
Yeah.
The clip I saw of you calling it. Can we like?
Yeah, we can.
Unfiltered.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Raw, uncensored.
YouTube's pretty good about. Yeah. Andrew was asking me about what we can say on YouTube, and I was like, okay, no N words, no F slurs, and he was like, oh come on, no F slurs, and I was like, okay, second hour. So dude, like that's the rules. Like if you
here's the thing, the F slur to me, look, the F slur is like. Just say it. There's no way that it's not as infamous.
Second hour. I said second hour, but yeah.
It's not as infamous as the other one.
Yeah, definitely.
To be like to give it the Voldemort treatment.
Right.
There's no way. I mean, like you can be like against people saying it. That's fine, but it's like nobody's like you're not going to turn to ash if you say it.
Well, you're not going to turn to ash if you say anything, but that's still not the rubric by which we govern which words we decide not to use in general conversation. Nick.
When did we decide that it's like as bad as the other one? I don't know.
Probably somewhere 2015ish, 2014,
around
2015ish,
there,
yeah.
around 2013, something like that. Yeah, dude. No, the clip
like
I
especially
saw,
in comedy, you see that a lot in like the early aughts and stuff.
Oh yeah. The clip I saw of you calling a guy a retard, was that shit killed me. That was pretty funny. Yeah, man.
That's still on Instagram. TikTok didn't like it, but it's still on Instagram.
There you go, man. There you go. Yeah. Nah, you're definitely making some progress. All right.
That's the marker.
Now we talk about me.
How's your comedy journey going? How's it been lately? How do you feel about?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty. Yeah, my sweatshops. I've been hard at work. I'm trying to acquire a sweatshop in Uganda or Pakistan.
Gotcha.
Somewhere in that area. That's a wide swath of land, but somewhere around there. I'm trying to put together. I'm trying to put together clothing. I'm trying to put together like merch for different comics, which is kind of taken me out of the comic scene as of late. I'm gonna get back into it. I've been doing a bunch of writing.
Yeah. What was the last mic you were at?
Last mic I was at, Rhino. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about the Lego pieces we got going on here.
So this is mostly just a couple walls of some old sets, and then a weird Winnie the Pooh set that just kind of came up here from a box that it was in. There's a box over there. There's a box under the table if we need more pieces of Lego. A lot of the Lego that I have aren't very brightly colored because I use them for like stop motion sets, and so I'm trying to like mimic like walls and like wood textures and things. That's fun.
Get some ASMR going.
Hell yeah, dude.
Y'all hear that? All right, this is Ghost Energy ASMR.
I love that we're holding all these like Legos, and you're like, let's do ASMR with this can. You just have like the Legos up to the.
Hell yeah, dude! That ASMR shit like creeps me out. You know, I feel like the guys who are into ASMR are also like the same guys who like spy on women from trees, like with a pair of binoculars.
There should be creepy, spying on women
weird.
from trees ASMR. Like you've got like branches rustling and like binocular shuffling noises.
Dude. Yep, from the tree.
Yeah.
Just binoculars, watching her undress.
But it's still an e-girl doing the ASMR channel, right? So you've got like the e-girl, she's in her thing, but she's just got this large window behind her. And it's nighttime outside, but you see this large tree, and like every now and then there's a couple like flickering lights out there. But then she's doing like the sounds and stuff that would be the typical noises of a stalker in a tree with binoculars.
Oh yeah.
And
that would work, man.
Yeah.
That would work. That's
going to be my Twitch stream.
It's very weird. It's very creepy. It's weird to get like turned on by it, you know?
Well, I mean,
that's what freaks me out.
ASMR. I never remember what the thing stands for. Because it's an acronym for like an autonomic sensory.
Whatever it is that I guarantee.
Motor reflex.
I guarantee that's like a pseudoscience thing.
No, it's just a word for like the phenomena of when you either hear something or you feel something, and like that shiver that you get that like shoots down your spine. And you kind of like. Ah. That's originally what it was for, because it was originally like, sounds that give people the reaction of that like that weird shiver that runs up your spine thing.
Interesting.
And then from that, it just ballooned out into just sounds that people like, and now we're here.
Have you introduced the people to the cat?
Not yet. I've got a cat that's sitting in a chair.
What's his name?
Her name is Four, Four.
Why did you call it a number?
Well, it's a spelled out number. Like it's an incorrect spelling if you just put down the digit 4. But like, but yeah, I don't know. I found her in a friend's
in the
apartment building a long time ago. A couple of years ago. A good friend of the show, Ani Mariski. Like a couple of years ago, there was this stray cat that was living in her apartment building that was like sleeping under the stairs in the hallway.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I was over at her place, and we were walking out, and the cat walked up to me, and we made friends. And then she jumped in the car with me, and so I was like, "Oh, I have a cat now," and I've had a cat ever since.
There you go. There you go.
You can't get through your 20s without a government mandated cat, apparently.
Hell
Do you have a cat yet?
Dude.
Do you have a cat yet, Nick?
Fuck no.
I'll bet you don't make it to 30 without getting a cat.
I don't know, dude.
Because like I didn't want to get a cat either, but now I have a cat.
Are they like?
And now my roommate has a cat.
Are they low maintenance?
They're pretty low maintenance. You got to feed them. You can either clean their litter box or let them go outside a lot.
Can I destroy this?
Yes.
All right. What is this supposed to
nuts.
be?
That was the house from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. I gotcha. Yeah, Phil couldn't make it. Phil is in hell.
He's at a dinner with his family.
He's
so
dead.
By my definitions of hell, no.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
family dinners are interesting.
By some people's definitions, that could definitely be hell.
You do a lot of family dinners, Nick?
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Do you still have like full family dinners? Do you still have like?
When I was a kid, we used to like just like sit at the table.
Yeah, same.
And I actually liked that a lot. But then we started just eating in the fucking living room and watching TV.
Nice.
Which is very dystopian, actually. It sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, there's a very interesting like illusion of togetherness in the form of like, oh, we're all together staring at the same thing.
Society of the spectacle.
We must be doing the same thing, but yeah, true.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It's very weird, and also like the living room starts to just smell like food all the time, which I hate.
Really?
That sucks.
Not
man.
a big fan of food smells. There's not a lot of smell ASMR, is there? There's not a lot of like.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not into.
It's hard for people to like make a candle that a candle scent that's like your closet when you were 5, right? Like.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be
Definitely.
interesting.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna find the right height for this shit.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see. What else we got here? Knife.
There is a knife. Yeah, that was made by a friend of mine a long time ago. That is a handmade knife.
Belongs to Taylor. Hell yeah.
Both the sheath and the knife.
Okay. Decently dull.
Probably
like
pretty dull. It's old.
Used
dude.
it before.
It's old.
Oh yeah.
That thing's like 12 years old.
Nice.
It's like 12 years old.
Nice. I was thinking of getting a like a K-bar. It's like stainless steel Bowie knives.
Yeah.
Like hunting knives.
Mm-hmm.
It's good shit, man.
Knives are pretty fun. There's a lot of fun types of knives.
They cut and they don't ask no fucking questions.
I was a big fan of when I was a kid, I was a big fan of the dirk. You know about dirks? Like they're like a Scottish knife that was like halfway between being like a knife or a short sword, but it was like an awkwardly long knife.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Redwall book where like the main character
Redwall
used a
with the
dirk
mouse?
with the mice.
I remember that shit. I remember reading that like solely because it had the highest fucking like lexicon in 5th grade.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It had the highest like
a lot of
whatever.
words.
It had the highest word count. And so I read it and I'm like, yeah, I'm basically like a genius. I'm basically a genius. I read this fucking story about a talking mouse.
Yeah.
It has a lot of pages. The guy who wrote it just had way too much free time.
And then everyone's like, what, like Stuart Little? And you're just like,
nah, dude.
No, not like
I'm
that.
too smart for that. I'm too smart. I read Redwall. It looks like you've got some like off-brand.
Yeah, that one is
that
one is a custom.
Damn,
Order them off
you
of
are
weird websites.
You are deep in this shit, man.
It's a parademon. It's a parademon from Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice.
I have no
otherwise
idea what
known
that
as
is.
Man of Steel 2.
Interesting.
R.I.P.
Interesting. And he's got wings.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, you are deep in this shit. You got skin in the game.
I have way too many Legos.
Nice, man. Hell yeah, dude. I want to make I don't know. I want to make a bomb.
Nice.
Or something. Yeah, dude.
Out of Legos, a Lego bomb.
What the fuck? Why do you have Elmo?
It's because I had the Sesame Street Lego set that came with like Elmo and Big Bird and Cookie Monster and like this Elmo's house and like the street of Sesame Street. And because I wanted to, I made a TikTok where I took the audio from The Boys, the Amazon Prime show.
Nice.
Where Homelander is sad that his dad, spoilers, Jensen Ackles doesn't like him, and Homelander punches Jensen Ackles, or it's the other way around. But I did that with Elmo and Kermit the Frog. It was a good time.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to figure out. What do I need? What do I need to?
What are you trying to
make this bomb? I want to make.
Oh, you're gonna make a bomb out of Legos. I think you need manure, and.
Yeah. Okay? For everybody at home, you're gonna need a lot of fertilizer. Make sure it has a high nitrogen count.
Yeah.
And you're gonna want to call up your local.
Yeah, we're just gonna
municipal building.
What was the name of the comic who like has the thing where he's like, did you know that it's illegal to say that I want to kill the president of the United States? Super illegal. Like, it's not illegal for me to tell you that it's illegal, but if you were just to say I want to kill he starts holding up diagrams of like, but it's not illegal to say that if you wanted to kill the president, the best way to do that would be by firing a mortar from the roof of this nearby building because it has a great line of sight to the Oval Office. He's like, no, funny. Don't say that. Super. I can't remember that guy's name though, I'm gonna hang on.
I like that.
Actually, I should just use this. This will be faster.
There you go.
Over here so that I can have a mic.
Going, dude.
So I can have a mic while I'm
just pull it up.
Mics.
Pull it up, man.
We're
pull up the
Phil
clip.
Andrews' old mic. I don't think I could pull up a clip, but I need a way to do that eventually. We'll get that. We'll get that technology.
What the fuck is this?
What? Okay, there we go. Let's see. I can't find the name of the dude. There it is. Hang on.
What's his name?
I found the video, but it doesn't say the name of the dude.
Oh, that's yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, but like that's not gonna help the audience. I know who it is. Okay, it's Trevor
Noah. That looks like Trevor Noah.
Let's see.
I wish I knew more Trevors. Dude, I love doing that when somebody can't think of somebody's name.
Yeah.
And I just start spitting out random shit.
So if you just type in Trevor comedian, you will just get Trevor Noah. That's interesting. It's Trevor Wallace.
Is Trevor Noah like actually like? Does he have
specials?
specials?
He's got some specials. He's got a Netflix special, I think.
Interesting. Shout out to Trevor Noah.
Yeah. Oh, Trevor Wallace is also that TikTok comedian guy that was like a YouTuber.
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't he coming to the club?
He came to the club.
He came to the club. Oh,
yeah, he came to the club, man. Oh, it was packed. Packed. No standing room.
Wow.
Yeah,
I imagine he probably has a large fan base in the Midwest. Right?
Yeah, and apparently it was like legit stand-up. I thought it would be really fucking funny if he just went up there and did skits.
No. Trevor Moore. I hate that I couldn't remember that. This is yeah. I need to be better at remembering names if I'm going to have a podcast, dude. Holy shit. It's just going to be so many just like 15-minute gaps where like I'm in the middle of a story and then I'm just like, I don't remember the name of this guy.
Now I have to entertain the people. Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Garindon Longsnoot.
Yeah. IG-88. No. I don't know. I'm basic. I'm super basic. Probably like Boba Fett or something. Just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Boba Fett and Ahsoka. They're up there.
Yeah. No, I can co-sign that. Boba Fett is badass.
He's awesome.
Jango Fett, badass. I remember I used to play as Jango Fett in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
You could do that?
Oh yeah.
Was this a mod or did you?
It was a cheat code.
It was a cheat code. Nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, man. Oh, and we've got the. Guys, we've got the Jango Fett's ship, everybody. The Jango Fett's ship. This is Jango Fett's ship. That's the only name that it goes
Boba
by.
Fett starship. That is what was on the box of that specific starship.
The
it said
Jango
Boba
Fett
Fett starship.
The Boba Fett starship right here.
Or the Fire Spray, as it got renamed during the Disney Plus show.
They should have George Lucas should have just like doubled down. He's like, all right, this Jango Fett's ship, Boba Fett's ship, it's the USS Moon Cricket.
Jeez. What is a moon cricket? Like I don't even know what that is, and I just know that like that had to have been.
Dude.
I hope that you're trolling.
I don't think that anybody's used that since like 1898.
This is unfortunate. Wow.
It's funny because you say it and people just instantly know.
Okay, but why? What's the idea? I need to learn now. Okay, what does moon crickets mean?
Oh my god,
I'm on so many lists now. This is a good episode. This is gonna get taken down immediately. We're actually gonna get nuked. Okay, though it may sound fanciful and innocent, this term is absolutely not. Warning. This article. Okay, this is interesting. Warning. This article features information about a racial slur that is highly offensive and that should not be used. Ever. Unless you're on a podcast. But that's interesting. They can't write an article about it without being like, hey, now by the way. Don't say this.
Yeah, dude, that is like a Reconstruction era.
Exact origin, obscure. Oh, it's just that they play their. It's that they're too loud.
They're too loud.
It's because it's at night after their labor.
You heard it here,
Crickets
everybody.
are known to chirp in the evening. That's the tie to make it a slur, because they're like saying, "Oh, it's those people that are loud at night." That's awful. Huh? It sounds so like I don't know.
It's an old one. It's a very old one. There you go.
And it does like have the same like cadence as like other Star Wars spaceships. You got like the Rogue Shadow.
The Rogue Shadow. There you go. Which one is that one?
I think that was Starkiller's ship.
What was the one that
Force
was
Unleashed.
like solid chrome? It was like solid, like shiny
The Razor
metal
Crest?
chrome.
Or the Naboo starfighters, like the N1 or from like which movie? Like the second movie?
It
One
looked like a
blows up in the
stealth
first scene
bomber.
of the that
like a
was
stealth
that was
bomber.
one of Padme's ships. I don't remember what it was called.
I always liked that shit when I was younger.
Me too, man. I didn't like the one that there's another one that's like super silver and it's all just chrome, but it like looked like a weird pencil or like an actual Buck Rogers ship, you know, where they just look like a weird rocket.
Buck Rogers, man. Hell
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just talk about like theoretical aircraft for the rest of the podcast. You ever heard of the Acronoplon?
Oh, that's disappointing. It just says Naboo Royal Starship for
Oh,
what
fuck
that ship was
that,
called.
dude.
Yeah.
We got to christen that something else.
The Acronoplon?
Acronoplon, yeah.
What's an Acronoplon? I have not heard of the Acronoplon.
This Soviet engineer was obsessed with hydrofoil technology.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's like if you've ever seen like an airboat in the Everglades, how this shit like uses a fan as propulsion.
Yeah.
That's what like a hydrofoil. That's what hydrofoil is.
Okay.
Have you ever seen like a hydrofoil surfboard? Like they have surfboards where it's like on the bottom is like an outboard motor. You have like a motor on the bottom.
It's like the motorized skateboards, but for water.
It's the weirdest shit ever, dude.
Weird.
It
sounds fun.
It looks so. It's very fun.
Sounds
but
very fun.
it's like it's the weirdest shit ever because it's just like the surfboard like hovers above the water, and there's like a fin.
Oh, are those the ones that like they face forward and it looks like the stupid fucking like the hovercrafts, the hoverboards that are actually on wheels on land, but like they is that like the and they just have that jet of like water that's always like going out the bottom of it, or is this something else?
There's like there's a motor that's like the motor is in the water, right? The motor's in the water.
What's it called?
Like a hydrofoil surfboard. You can look that up. Basically, what the Acronoplon was like. Yeah, the Soviet engineer was like obsessed with hydrofoil technology. I mean, none of this is funny, but he was big on hydrofoil technology, and he made like an airboat called the Volga 2, and he wanted to try out like an aircraft that used hydrofoil technology. And so he came up with this thing called the Acronoplon, which it means screen plane is what it means. But anyways, yeah, it was basically this just absolute fucking behemoth. It was this behemoth. The shit had a wingspan of 300 feet.
Interesting.
Shit had like a wingspan of 300 feet. It was like 154 feet tall, and it would essentially like it would like hover over the water.
Gotcha.
It would hover over the water, and it would use like the hydrofoil vacuum from like I'm forgetting most of the aerodynamics of it, but essentially it couldn't really fly.
Gotcha.
It could just hover over the water. It could take flight, but it didn't have a very high service ceiling. But basically, the only demo version they had just fucking crashed, and
they were like, no. As soon as we get one that works, we'll be able to bomb submarines.
It was not a good idea.
We'll be able to
like
bomb
nothing
submarines.
Nothing about it was a good idea. Every demo version they had crashed.
Did it look cool at least?
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Okay. Probably why they kept working on it for so long.
something like
They were
that.
like, oh, but it looks sick, dude. This looks like something from
like
Star
that.
Wars. Like,
Yeah. Dude, it basically looked like an orca. It looked like an angry fucking orca.
Angry whale.
Shit ton of guns on it. But
For
yeah,
Angry Birds, get ready.
Dude, the thing about the Soviet Union that pisses me off, all right?
Uh-huh.
We're going to get into this. The thing about the Soviet Union that grinds my gears, whenever they have like a decommissioned aircraft,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like anybody else who like has a decommissioned aircraft, they're like, all right, this is a piece of like aircraft history that we have here. Where do we want to put it? We want to put it in a museum? Nah, let's just dump it in a fucking field and just leave it there. Dude, there's so many.
I don't want anyone like stealing their ideas. Like, I feel like we're gonna
the wreckage of the Acropolis, the last one they used, is just on a beach somewhere.
Interesting.
It's just on a fucking beach.
They're just like, yeah.
They just dump it wherever.
It didn't work. Why would we take it back to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, they just leave shit to rot all the time.
Worst part of the Soviet Union. The littering.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Have you ever read the Gulag Archipelago?
I've read, like, the first 3 chapters of the abridged version.
Have you ever read the Protocols of the Elders of Zion?
Nope.
All right. Shit. Let's just talk about banned books from now on.
Okay.
What are some others?
To Kill a Mockingbird, I'm pretty sure. That's still on lists, right? Catcher in the Rye, I think, technically, is on some lists. Isn't Catcher in the Rye banned? For some dumb reason. Is it because they have, like, sex in it at some point or something? Does that happen? I never read through Catcher in the Rye because
Something like that.
Yeah.
What else?
Do you ever get messages from someone on a message platform asking if you've gotten their message from a different messaging platform, and it's like, why don't you just send me what you sent here, if you think I will see what you send here?
Yeah. Why don't you just show up at my house?
True, dude. I actually would have in past lives when I lived like either without a roommate or with a roommate that was cool with / had come to terms with the fact that I was just never going to lock my door. I would have like multiple friends that were just like canonized that like they could just walk in at some point.
They were in the Taylor Schwilling canon.
It was good. It was great. Yeah.
You ever leave your keys in your car?
Yes.
I had a friend who would do that constantly.
Yeah, like not on purpose. I haven't. Like,
okay.
I've known people who just are like, what nothing happened. I'm like, okay.
Dude, I knew someone who preferred to. And he got his truck stolen.
Rip.
Yeah, dude. I remember somebody tried to steal my neighbor's dog.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Would they?
I have no fucking clue.
Do you know who it was?
No.
It was just a random person. It wasn't like their neighbor.
No. Just some
it wasn't
random
you.
person who pulled up. It was me, actually. It was me.
They just really liked that dog, and we're like,
I guess so.
What kind of? Do you remember what kind of dog it was?
No. No.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, like one of my other neighbors like recorded a video of it, of her just like picking it up from the backyard and like jumping over the fence and getting into her car. And speeding off. They had a chip on it, though, so they found it.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Well, that's good, because, like, so that person, they had the wherewithal to, like, record the thing happening, but they didn't, like, approach the person saying, hey, you're being recorded, put that dog back?
I don't know, dude.
That's interesting.
There's no way that's worth it.
The human instinct to just record horrible things that you see happen is a really interesting thing.
There's not,
because, there's a lot of different ways to approach that.
Yeah. People are naturally voyeuristic.
But
like with the stealing the dog thing, there's no way that's worth it. You're gonna like sell the dog if you're going to like commit a crime.
Stealing its
like
papers
that,
with it? What?
I mean, if you're gonna commit a crime like that, I mean, just like break into their house and like steal their TV or something, like smash and grab. Like, what are you gonna do with a dog?
Yeah, you have to find someone who wants that dog.
I know.
It's super easy to find someone who wants a TV.
Right, exactly.
But
that's what I'm saying.
If you have to find someone who really, really wants to pay some money for a miniature schnauzer.
So basically what I'm saying is that dog thief, maybe they should like aspire for more, Try for more.
Yeah, yeah.
Never settle. Never settle for stealing a dog.
Should steal TVs.
All right. Yeah, man. Let's see. Yeah. Did you see my story?
On what platform?
Angel Fire.
No.
GeoCities. I'm a big deal on GeoCities.
What was GeoCities? GeoCities
Some
sounds
fucking
familiar-ish.
Just some like.
What am I signing on to by saying that GeoCities sounds familiar?
It was like some blog website from like 2001.
Okay.
Just some super outdated shit. Yeah. Nah, man. I was so the context for people at home. Yeah, I was looking for dog food. And I found Purina. Purina puts out a flavor. Puts out like some dog chow, right?
A variety of dog food.
A variety. Thank you. Yeah, a variety of dog chow that it's called high octane. It's called high octane depth charge. Okay.
That just sounds like something that you're buying for like your dog if you like fight dogs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Exactly. I looked at it and apparently it's for like performance dogs.
Okay. What does it mean by performance dogs?
Like if they're racing or something,
Okay.
but I assume also if they're like fighting.
Right. Yeah.
But I saw that shit and I was like, Jesus, dude, I'm not gonna get my dog that. Dude, if I high octane depth charge Purina dog chow. If I give my dog that, dude, if I give my dog that, he's gonna be making Cheez-Its out of toddlers. I don't want to give him that. Like, no toddler will be safe.
I wonder.
He's gonna be popping him in his mouth like goldfish.
Does Cargill own? Do they make Cheez-Its also? I know Cargill makes food for Purina.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. What the fuck is this thing?
It's a mug.
Oh my god. There you go. It's a mug.
You can put Legos on.
Max Schnell. Who's that?
I have no idea who is Max Schnell.
Let's get the
Let me Google him.
on this shit.
Max.
Shout out to Max Schnell, everybody.
Oh, okay. Must be
Max Schnell. Let's get it to focus.
Oh, it's from Cars.
Max Schnell.
He's a character from the Cars movies.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about that? The webcam is resting on the Batmobile. How about that?
A variation of it.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever watch Batman Beyond when you were a kid?
I did watch Batman Beyond when I was a kid. That was a great series. Did you watch the movie?
Loved. Yes, I sure did.
Yeah, that was great.
The movie was fantastic.
That's like some of the
Return of
darkest
the
like Joker stuff.
I liked that
as
Batman,
a little child.
Yeah, I liked that he defeated the Joker by roasting him.
Yeah,
that's what I liked about it.
He heckles him.
Exactly. He just made fun of him.
Yeah,
and Joker just didn't know how to take it. That's funny.
Yeah, because Bruce Wayne's Batman had always been super stoic and
super
it
serious.
Yeah.
What's up with the Simpsons Legos we got going on?
I was gonna make TikToks with them in 2022.
Does Lego really make Simpsons?
Yes. I don't think that those are Lego Simpsons, but if I recall correctly, there are actual Lego Simpsons sets.
That's crazy.
Isn't the Marge hair upsetting? Bald Marge is upsetting.
Yeah, it is actually. It's very, very disturbing. That's bald Marge. We're just gonna put her in the shot.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Eventually.
What was your favorite Simpsons episode?
Probably the first Treehouse of Horrors.
Okay.
Is really good. They do the Raven. They do Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, and they Bart is not Bart. Homer is is Edgar Allan Poe, and Bart is the Raven, and it's a fun episode. Like, nice. Homer's just firing off these like iambic pentameter. I don't think it's iambic pentameter, but like it's the structured poetic lines, and he's just firing them off really fast, and it's a fun time.
Hell yeah. I like the one where Bart had to take up a job like delivering human eyes to Cantonese people.
Jesus, how many seasons in is this?
That was within the what do you call it? That was within the like golden age.
Okay.
So
somewhere between seasons 2 and 9.
Yeah. Definitely. And then like one time he like went to go make a can I like
yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
One time he went to go make a delivery and he saw Principal Skinner like waiting for him. And Skinner's like, "Do you have my eyes?" I like that. That was pretty good.
That is pretty fun. Principal Skinner's in a lot of really good episodes. Which like I've never been a huge fan of his character, but he ends up making me laugh a lot more than I give him credit for.
Yeah. You know, memes kind of suck. Actually, I don't like them.
I was just having a conversation yesterday about how memes are probably poisoning the comedy community because a lot of people, the way that we're learning to be comedic to each other, just in everyday behavior, is just to like share something that we saw and be like, "Hey, look at this."
For me, I think that like dude, I just can't stand like getting sucked into a conversation where it's like, so I saw this thing on Twitter, and it says, "When you nut, but she keeps sucking," and there was an image of an African American man who looked very exasperated, and I thought that was funny. Okay.
Wow. So they're not even showing you this picture that they saved
Not
from
even
Twitter.
showing it, just relating the story to us.
Because it wasn't worth saving to their phone. It was just worth 45 seconds of your time looking at their stupid sweating face.
I can't stand that.
Yeah.
I saw this meme. I saw this meme once that said, and you aren't even going to show it to
Just
me.
send it to me. Yeah.
Just send it to me.
Just send it to me. I'll eventually look at our messages and I'll see a meme and I'll long press on it and click the little laughing emoji.
I don't like regaling people of the things I saw on the internet. It's like you be on the internet in your own time.
Don't you have a whole bit talking about TikTok streamers that you saw on the internet?
Yes, I do. I think that the most shameful occupation is fuck it. I'm just gonna do all.
Go ahead,
material.
dude.
I think that the most shameful occupation that you can have is being a TikTok streamer, right? Like the ones that do the shit where like after every donation they do a little act out. You know, it's like
these peppers are so spicy.
It's like so it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous way to earn money. You know, it's like I mean, you know, the people who like have that as a job are just like they're afraid to tell their parents because it's like, what do they say?
They're also that's got to be such a you're living in fear of your own income too, right? Because like the success pool for like the TikTok NPCs is probably actually kind of small.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
at the point that you're one of the ones who's actually making money, that's got to be terrifying. You're actually spending so much time thinking, how can I stand out in my 5-second reactions to these emojis, to these people watching their TikTok live feed, so that I can afford rent because I quit my job because I saw that I was making so much money last weekend that I didn't have to go to work.
Dude, can you imagine how much it would suck to like do that just to get like $15 a month from it?
And that's like what you do in your spare time.
That's what you do. And if people ask you what you do, I mean, you have no choice but to be like, oh, I have Tourette's episodes for money. That's what I do. That's my
at least
job.
if you drive for Uber, you're like learning how to get around your city.
And you're networking, you're getting to know people or whatever.
Hey, man, those TikTok streamers probably think they're networking and getting to know people. Okay, they're forming meaningful connections.
I'm gunning for you, TikTok streamers. All right, if I see you in the streets, it's on site.
What if you see them in the sheets?
That will not be happening. That won't be happening.
He's against it.
What?
I said he's against it, like you're against it, but like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes I talk wrong.
I've noticed that. I've become very accustomed to your cadence.
Fair.
It's somewhat similar to mine.
There's a lot of random syllables that aren't actually part of the words that they're accompanying.
Yeah.
It's a time.
Hell yeah. What was the last book that you read?
Last book that I read.
To completion.
Singularity of Being by Mary Rudy.
What was that about?
It's about Lacanian psychoanalysis. It's really stupid.
Lacanian?
Yeah, Lacanian.
What's that?
Jacques Lacan was a psychoanalyst who...
French guy?
Kind of... I think so, probably.
I already hate him.
Either French or German. But he like picked up where Freud left off and kind of developed some more of Freud's less wacky ideas in psychoanalysis. And yeah, he was kind of cool.
Dude, I only subscribe to Freud's craziest ideas. I don't think that anything...
What's Freud's craziest idea?
Anything that even remotely makes sense from Freud, I'm not down with.
Not down with it.
So we all, I don't know.
You don't believe in egos or ids or superegos, but we all want to fuck our mom.
Everybody wants to fuck their mom.
Yeah.
That's the truth. It can't just be him, right? It can't just be him.
Yeah.
Freud is not alone in that. It's everybody. What else? Like, what else did he have that was like wacky?
Penis envy. That was a big one.
Penis envy.
That all females are envious and wish that they had a penis and that they suffer. Yeah. They all automatically suffer a certain level of psychic trauma because of their missing phallus.
Damn. What was it? Yeah, like space shuttles. They look like dicks on purpose.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of buy that one.
I don't know, dude.
I kind of can see that one.
How funny would it be if they made a space shuttle that just looks like a pussy? That'd be pretty good.
That would be pretty good,
dude. Honestly, it would just look like.
No, that's what you got to make the space station.
I mean, it would just look like this.
True, the back of the Slave One, kind of like.
It would just look like the Slave One, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate that like it's the Slave One that looks the most like a pussy. That's.
Can I disassemble the slave?
Sure, dude. Go ahead. Let's hang on. Do it on camera. Let's capture this.
All right.
It's focusing. There it is.
God damn, dude.
It's tough.
Christ.
There's pieces holding it together. You got to start at the edges and work your way. How many clicks to get to the center of the Slave One?
All right, here we go. This is so not worth the camera time, but fucking Christ, man.
Yeah, it's weird, the techniques. There's like some rods running through the center of that at certain points, and like there's pieces that'll come off and pieces.
I got it figured out.
It's a hybrid Technic build. I think that's what those were called. Did you ever use any of the Lego Technic sets when you were a kid?
Yeah, I remember being big on like Bionicles. Oh, this is just making me feel dumb.
We'll go back to Marge Simpson.
I'm not smart enough to disassemble this ship.
We've just got you disassembling the ship in the background of the camera, looking at Marge Simpson's bald head. That's fun.
Very cool.
This is what the show is, people.
What else? What else is there?
What was the last book that you read?
Last book that I read was Glamorama from Bret Easton Ellis.
Okay.
And I was I got into reading a book called Memoirs of the 20th Century, which is like the first book of speculative fiction. And it was written by some Irish guy, some fucking Mick, named Samuel Madden.
Gotcha.
And the guy was like a hardcore Protestant, you know.
Big football fan?
Samuel Madden. There you go. No, it was like the shit was written in like 1733.
Oh, nice.
Long ass time ago. But it takes place in the year 1997. And what's interesting about it is like his kind of like the speculative fiction aspect about it was like that the 30 Years' War was still going on.
Interesting.
Which is hilarious to me because like the fucking the scope that this guy has does not go beyond Protestants versus Catholics killing each other. So like it goes to stand that like in the future just the same shit is going to be happening. Like Protestants and Catholics going at each other, and it's like, goddamn, what a like. It just kind of goes to show like how limited those people's like sense of scope was in the 1700s.
Or is like where it's like yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's just like how hopefully like all the problems in like modern sci-fi come down to like there's a lot of like capitalist or anti-capitalist rhetoric and a lot of like sci-fi today of like exploitation and all these things, and it's like maybe we'll figure that out. I think Star Trek's the only one that's like, oh no, we are going to solve scarcity, and then
Are you one of the guys that thinks that Star Trek is like socialist?
I think it probably is, right? Like, aren't a lot of like the creators and things, they like
I don't like
they're like yeah, we were I know at least like Deep Space Nine definitely was. I don't know about the original show, but I'm pretty sure that at least Deep Space Nine definitely is trying to do that. I don't know. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but I've been in a lot of conversations with super mega Star Trek fans, and in my experience, the bigger of a Star Trek fan you get, the more in the camp of this is. There's a lot of intentional socialist messaging. Camp you seem to slot into.
I like to keep that separate. This is my cipher right now.
You're weirdly not the first person to do that
on
a podcast that I've been on.
Right now. I don't like to do that. I like to keep that separate. I don't like to think about like. I mean, I'll worry about politics in the real world, but it's like, goddamn, now I have to worry about politics in fucking Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Like, now I got to worry about, like, if Sauron was, like, socialist or not.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Well, at least with Rings of Power, it's more of it's going to be more
like what?
intimately relational, where it's like, now we have to... Sauron's a bad guy because he gaslights, right? It's
something like that.
The real crime is the betrayal of friendship.
Something like that. What's going on here? What's this guy?
That's Carnage.
Oh shit! It is. Yeah. This looks badass. I like this. Yeah, man.
It's got tentacles.
Carnage is always pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked Venom.
Yeah. What did you think of Carnage in the Venom movies?
I never watched it.
Gotcha.
I never watched it, but I know the Venom movies are garbage.
Yeah, the first one was kind of fun. Second one,
Interesting. No, I always liked Venom because I was just like the kid that I was always just like the kid that was like, yeah, I like Venom because he's not a pussy like Spider-Man.
Gotcha.
He actually kills people.
You were the edgy Venom fan.
I was the edgy Venom fan. I liked any edgy like superhero.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, he's a superhero, but he's got guns. Like I was definitely like a Punisher kid.
Gotcha.
I liked Spawn. I was also a big fan of Wolverine.
Have you ever seen a movie called Thursday?
No.
Okay. I only asked because you said that you're a big Punisher fan, and it has Thomas Jane in it. Thomas Jane is the main character of this movie, Thursday, and he played the Punisher in the 80s movie.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren played the Punisher once. And that Punisher movie is actually kind of shitty.
Interesting.
But the Thomas Jane Punisher, dude, there's so many good lines in that.
There are, yeah. It's a fun movie.
I'm gonna get my applesauce back.
Also, John Travolta is like the villain in that film, isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't the big bad played by John Travolta?
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's fucking great. I mean, it's not a good movie, but it's entertaining.
I saw John Travolta on an episode of some super old sitcom on a TV in a customer's house at work, and
that sounds depressing.
he looked a lot like Jerry Seinfeld during the Seinfeld era.
Interesting.
Like it was strange. Like at first I thought it was Seinfeld that was on the TV, and then I was like, wait, no, that's John Travolta.
Interesting.
It's weird.
Are you one of these people who has to like keep the TV on when they go to sleep?
I have to have. I don't know if I have to have some kind of noise. I try to have some kind of noise. I'll have a YouTube video playing on my phone. That's more what's happening. I'll like find a 4-hour YouTube video to have playing on my phone. Oh yeah, that's Moriartis or Morty.
Can I pick him up?
Yeah, dude.
Come on over here.
Cat number 2.
Come on over here. Moriarty? Moriarty? Yeah, come on over here. All right. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Grab a cat, man. But yeah, no, I don't know. For me, it's less that I needed to fall asleep, and it's more it like comes from a super toxic place of I'm gonna be wasting my time as I'm falling asleep if I'm not like listening to something or learning something or doing something. It feels like time wasted if I'm just like laying there in silence. Like my brain could be doing something.
I don't really subscribe
and I'll just
to
get
that.
guilt over that. Yeah, I don't think it's good. I think that I'm wrong, but also I don't know how to subvert the happening of the feeling, right? Like
I prefer to fall asleep in dead silence.
Dead silence.
Dead silence.
Do you do you put up like the foam on the walls in your room just to like make everything even? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
well,
soundproof
actually,
your room?
I become like very disorientated. Yeah. I have a ringing in my ears.
Gotcha. Tinnitus.
I can hear my own heartbeat.
Fun.
What I'm saying is that I'm Daredevil, actually. I can hear ants burrowing in the ground, things like that. No, yeah.
I can see why you'd hate ASMR.
Yeah. No, I don't soundproof my room or anything. I just, I can't have. I mean, it's not that.
Are you a fan guy? You like the white noise?
No.
No. Okay.
I do have tinnitus though.
Gotcha.
I have tinnitus, and I've had it like my whole life.
Yeah. Is it like a weird genetic thing, or was there an inciting incident? Were you like adjacent to a car accident when you were young and had sensitive ears? What?
Don't actually. My mom told me that when I was like a baby, I had an inner ear infection.
Okay. Yeah, that can also. Yeah.
And so I just like literally don't know what life is like without like a ringing in my ears. But it's honestly not that bad because like I literally like don't know what life is like without it. And growing up, I just always thought that like that's just how it was. Like that's just how it was for everybody. That everybody just like has a ringing in their ears constantly. At this point, it's like white noise to me. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, definitely when it's quiet, it gets louder. I start to hear it more. It doesn't bother me though. It really doesn't bother me. Yeah, I don't like anything on in the background. I'm definitely kind of. I think I'm a light sleeper. I'll get very angry if there's anything in the background. It's actually caused quite a lot of problems.
Are you a silence driver? Do you like driving without like music or
Sometimes,
podcasts or
yeah.
anything? You're like, okay, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. I drove up here in complete silence.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually probably not good for me because I don't know. Maybe sometimes I'll be like thinking certain things and I'll be like, all right, time to turn on the radio.
Interesting.
Yeah, I need to distract myself.
Well, maybe that's kind of fun though. You get to like push your limits on that. Like, I don't know how long. If I was gonna just drive in silence, maybe I would actually just not last even like 45 seconds. Where I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna kill myself. If I don't have any kind of noise right now. But like, since you do that a lot, like if you ever, you'd last longer than I would if we ever both went to prison and both got put in solitary confinement. Probably, who knows?
Yeah, there you go.
But. So what is it that you dislike about like falling asleep with like you just won't fall asleep? You just can't actually fall asleep, or do you just dislike the feeling?
I honestly think that people who are like, "Oh, I can't fall asleep without my new age bullshit in the background. I can't fall asleep unless I listen to Enigma or something."
Yeah.
I like Enigma. I like listening. They're one of my
Enigma's fun.
He's a pretty good artist, but it's like the whole thing's like, oh, I can't fall asleep until I listen to my shit.
It's the same people that say, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
Exactly.
Kind of vibes.
Exactly. No, you can, motherfucker. You can. Lie in your bed in dead silence, just like me. You can do it. You're just fucking I can't go to sleep. Oh, you can't go to sleep. Oh, you can. You can. You just have to be like, I have to put my fucking music on. Fuck you.
You weren't a fan of that Freudian theory that everyone needs podcasts to sleep?
I was unaware that Freud submitted that theory.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I've been getting really into on YouTube watching videos from people who
whenever you start a conversation with, I've been getting into watching this type of video on YouTube. It's going an entertaining place.
Yeah,
Let's go.
And I mean, now I'm doing the shit that I was complaining about at the start of the video.
You gonna describe something you saw on the internet?
Yeah,
exactly.
Let's go. It's videos from people with like a sub 70 IQ. It's very.
So define sub 70. What's your what does someone have to do for you to start to question the plus 100ness of their IQ?
Well, like the threshold for like mental retardation is below 70.
Yeah.
So for people who have an IQ of 70 or in the upper range of the 70s, it's weird because they're not like mentally disabled. Like they aren't mentally challenged.
Right.
They're just really stupid.
Yeah. They don't know a lot.
I think that's like really like. I think it's really funny because then it's like, God damn, you have nothing to fall back on. You have nothing to fall back. It's like people like can't even defend you by being like, give him a break. He's retarded.
Yeah.
People
they could say that. They can say that. They could say that.
I don't know.
They can say that.
If
they know the person, they'll probably like. I feel like there's probably people that are like, oh, listen, he's touched, right? Like, there's probably a lot of people who like don't actually meet the medical.
God.
Don't meet the medical requirements for mental retardation. That whose friends will excuse a lot of their behavior to the people around them with, look, he's just a little retarded. Okay, don't.
Yeah. But.
I'm sure that audience member had a above 70 IQ. Okay, he probably had an above 80 IQ. He probably had an above 90 IQ. Just really drunk.
That. A real genius. No, it's weird. Like listening to these people talk about their What is there?
There's a television playing in the other room.
All right,
that's what you're hearing.
I'm gonna march in there and turn that shit off.
Demand that That my roommate not watch TV while we record a podcast.
I definitely have that jurisdiction.
Don't worry, I'll yell at them later and make them feel super bad about it.
Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
I'll throw a vase. It'll be good.
What are they listening to?
I have no idea. Probably like Destiny or something. No, it's not. It's a book reviewer, I think. I think that's a book reviewer. Okay. This is book reviewers. Book reviewer
what about
YouTube
Let's talk
accounts.
About it.
Why? You spend an hour and a half listening to this person break down a series of books. Why not just spend like an hour and a half reading the first book and seeing if it catches you, right? Like, who is this content for? Or you've read these books and you're listening to somebody talk about these books that you like because
That's
you want
weird.
to hear what they think of those books that you like. Or it's books that usually when you question these people, it's like, no, I don't want to read those books. It's like, well, then why do you want to hear about these books? What's happening?
I don't know. I don't normally go for like anything that's in video form.
Interesting.
I don't normally go for like video essays because it's like it doesn't need to be a video, and I think that there's like some kind of like weird vanity attached to that it's a video. It's like, I mean, you could have just put this on a blog post and called it a day, and I probably would have read it.
Yeah.
But now that it's a video,
I respect video essayists more who like the video essay is like there's like visual aids that are like that have been edited that like it'll be like, oh, and this talks about this historical document, and then up on the screen will come like a picture of it's a camera panning across the historical document as they tell you what's in it.
Okay.
But like the video essayists that it's just a camera pointing at a dude who's talking. Like that runs back into the territory of people that tell you about memes that they saw on Twitter, right?
Exactly.
Like,
I honestly just don't like people who want me to think about things. I just don't. I don't like it. I think it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Gotcha.
So
That's
back
valid.
to back to people with an IQ of 70 or within the upper range
Yeah.
of 70.
They want you to think about things.
You know, it's weird like watching those videos of people like talking about their experiences.
Okay.
Like life is like almost impossible for these people. Like they like literally driving is a challenge.
Okay.
Like going to work is a challenge.
That'd be so scary, like hearing about, because it's like, holy shit, there's more of these people. They could be on the road while I'm on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're like, oh, there's more chances that I could get like just hit out of the blue, even if I'm not doing anything wrong while I'm in a car.
Oh, yeah.
Just because.
That's
good to be aware of.
Cooking food is a challenge for them.
Interesting.
And it's interesting.
Well, cooking food is a challenge for me. I'm just finding out in real time that I have below 70 IQ.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, I'm not an avid cooker either. Unless you're talking about Sudafed, crystal meth, guys. No. Yeah, it's like weirdly inspiring because there's one guy who like has an IQ of 70, and like the dude has his own house, he has his own living situation.
Nice.
He's married. He's like very like well accomplished for this.
His spouse, how are they? Are they similarly?
I want to say so. But yeah, it's like weirdly inspiring because it's like, man, if this like quasi retarded man
This is gonna bum me out though.
has like
He's
a
got all that
stable
shit.
living situation, that is depressing, but also at the same time, it's like very reassuring because it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if this guy can do this, what can I do?
Right. Well, how old is he? Yeah.
I don't know. Looked like he was in his 40s.
Yeah.
or
It's like,
something.
okay, I've got 20 more years.
But it's
apparently
weird
things will
because,
just fall
like-
together by the time you're 40.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Maybe by the time I'm 40, I can be in the same place that a medically retarded man
Yeah.
has worked his way up to. No, it's and it's funny because the guy looks exactly like how you think he looks. Exactly. Crossed eyes.
Interesting.
Like buck teeth.
Gotcha.
All that shit.
Interesting.
Talks slow. Like very hard for him to like enunciate or whatever. I'm gonna say,
but he's an artist. Like he's sharing his experience with the world. He's like shooting a documentary. He's like that's pretty impressive. Like,
yeah.
Unless he just has an asshole friend who's just exploiting the fuck out of him. Like, where does the ad revenue go for this channel? Like, if it's hard for him to like start a car, like how does he upload a video? Okay.
I got no idea.
What are we doing? He's not editing this.
Maybe he is, man. Maybe he is. What's up? What's up,
Maybe.
for? How you doing?
Like my cat.
How you doing?
I have the smart cat in the house. She's great. She's great.
Shout out to 4.
Shout out.
My favorite integer. Shit. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. Do you ever like when you see a group of like mentally disabled people, retards?
Gotcha.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like saying retarded is okay, but like calling them out specifically.
A different thing. Yeah. I when I was rewatching the a few weeks ago, I had a run-in with a heckler at a comedy club, and I spent 3 minutes just calling him retarded.
Going off.
And bringing his attention to the fact that his girlfriend was embarrassed of him. I was watching the thing back afterward, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's not that bad saying retarded. And there's one time in it that I just call him a retard, that I just say you retard. And watching that back, that felt different than watching myself call this guy retarded so many other times. But then when I'm saying you retard, like I was like, ooh. That I don't know if I would have done that again. But I also don't know why. Like, what is it about that?
Yeah, I think it's like just keeping it too real, man.
Maybe
just keeping it too real.
Maybe.
You ever like you see a group of retarded people and you play that game in your head where you try and like pick out which one of them.
Who's their leader?
Well, more so like you try and pick out which one of them could pass.
Yeah.
Like could pass as not retarded.
Right.
Like I don't know, man. If I saw that guy in the street and maybe he was like a little further away from me and like I didn't hear him speak.
Yeah.
I would think, I don't know, maybe he's a.
Which you'd think they'd be more fortunate, but like they can get themselves into worse trouble. I feel like I have a brother who's mentally retarded. Like he's got like scar tissue on his brain, and he can't like function that way. He can't communicate very well. Like he can't like actually have a conversation.
By birth?
My parents adopted him from Bulgaria when he was 9, and they think that he was like shaken as a baby a lot or something because of the way that the damage on his brain was.
That's crazy.
It was probably that he was being shaken to like make him be quiet when he was not at all. No, but he could pass. He absolutely could pass super well. Until you realized that he had like the vocabulary of a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
But like just looking at him, he looked like a normal guy. And he could like mirror emotionally. He was very emotionally apt. He was very he just couldn't like actually have complex conversations.
Interesting.
And yeah, which like I feel like that end of the spectrum kind of has to be more supervised, right? Because if they wander off, they can get into more trouble because people around them are going to be assuming that they're just a person for longer.
Okay, yeah.
And so, like,
interesting.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure that there's also pitfalls to the other end of the spectrum that I'm just not aware of because I wasn't as close to it for as long. But yeah.
Very cool. What else?
But yeah, I've played that game. I play that game when I see a group of retarded people.
I play it all the time. Yeah, I like it.
It's the same thing as
we should give like the least retarded looking one an award.
That'll be every podcast episode. I'll give that award to whoever on the podcast looked the least retarded.
I think it would be funny if it was like The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville, except it's the reverse. So it's like we're gonna take a retarded man and we're going to put him in a disguise, and he's going to trick everyone into thinking that he's neurotypical. Can he do it? He's gonna win a lifetime supply of Jolly Ranchers.
I want to see how long that YouTube channel. A lifetime supply of Jolly Ranchers.
It's what he wants.
Let's see how long that YouTube channel lives. You should do it, man. Do it.
No, I shouldn't. I should not.
Sam Hyde that shit. Okay.
Oh no. Okay. All right. I'm definitely. Since you said that,
Make your own fish
immediately
tank.
turned off
Yeah.
from the entire prospect of this.
Yeah. You know who pissed me off more than people that like make fun of retarded people though?
Who?
Like the people that will try to say heartwarming shit about retarded people.
Okay, let's get into
Like,
this.
well, like I don't know. I grew up in church, right? And you'd be doing all the kids programs, and like I had my brother, so I had to be like kind of like. I was like, we were always like right next to each other because I had to be helping him like do a lot of shit, and so we were like inseparable when we were in these children's programs. And so I'd be talking, but I'd also have friends in these children's programs, and so they would be hanging out with me and my brother, and like some of the like younger girls would like. One, there's the assumption that I need to be consoled for having a retarded brother. That's very funny. In like the idea of like, yeah, no, if you're making jokes about it, like, there's two different ways to make jokes about somebody, even for somebody. Like, there's two different ways to make fun of that. Like, there's plenty of ways to make fun of people. But like, even if you were gonna make fun of me or my brother, that you could do that in a way that like we're still equals in the interaction, right? But at the point that like you're consoling someone, there's a built-in condescension to that.
Interesting.
To an extent, right? Where it's oh, poor thing, and but also like they'll be like I don't know. There was only one interaction that I remember where like there's this girl, she was like, oh, you know, he just has a really active imagination is really what's going on, right? And like when we all get to like high school, like that's really what girls like. Okay, so he's like gonna clean up. She was like basically telling me, look, your brother's gonna crush so much puss when we're all teenagers.
Like, don't lie to me.
And
don't lie to me. Like, he knows how his bread is buttered.
Well, also it's like, wait, why aren't you talking to him? Okay, this is a hollow interaction. Why are you saying this to me? Like, what? I don't know.
Interesting.
People, man.
Yeah, man. How about that? I don't have anybody in my family who's like retarded.
Odd one out.
I'm trying to think. What does that mean? Odd
What?
one out?
No, the insinuation would be that it would mean you're the only retarded person.
Dude,
in
I'm
your
gonna
family.
get this knife over here. I swear to God.
Do it.
Stop playing with me.
It's gonna be an interesting end to the episode. You'll have to figure out how to turn it off. Okay. You'll have to.
Then I upload.
You're gonna have to outro the show.
I
all
upload
by
it.
yourself. I won't even be able to help
like,
you.
Just don't even.
I'm
edit
sure it'll
it
be a
out.
struggle for you.
No. Yeah, dude. Well, that's interesting, man. That's
Yeah.
very interesting. Shit. I'm just trying to think of like people in my family.
So like we've talked about online. What are your thoughts on like using? What are your actual thoughts on like using like saying retarded on stage, like and things like that? Because I was having a conversation with a person the other day who like really thinks that you shouldn't, and I was curious about that perspective.
Well, if people think that like you shouldn't, I'm not going to be like, oh, what do you mean, dude?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, I understand it. I understand why like somebody would have like a problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't think that like you know. I don't think you're going to get kicked out of anywhere for saying it.
True.
But also, like, if it's like blatantly mean spirited, like if you go up there and you're like, you ever notice how retards always, I don't know, eat candy or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, then it's like,
Right.
yeah, I mean, like that's...
Yeah, but you can do that with things that aren't slurs, though, right? Like, you can do that with things that aren't, like... You can just be like, oh, you ever notice how women, you know, like, it's a...
Yeah,
And that doesn't come... But people don't react to that in a way of, like, oh, people shouldn't talk about women on stage or shouldn't say the word woman on stage, right? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I personally probably wouldn't do it.
Fair.
I probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I've I don't know. I've done it before, but that was like when I first started out.
Fair.
And then I realized it was like just very, it's very cheap.
Yeah, it can be.
It's a very, very cheap thing to go to. Yeah. Especially like when I would do it, like given the context, there was like just no reason to even say it.
Yep.
There's no reason to even say. I just felt like.
But it's just we're saying things.
Yeah, I just thought it would be funny to say. But I don't really think there's much reason to.
Fair.
If you have like if you have the delivery for it,
fair. You think you gotta you ever hear like no hard R retard though. You gotta do the Boston accent. You gotta soften that R up. It's gotta be retarded, you know?
Like, yeah, exactly. Definitely. Yeah. Hell
fair.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
What do you got in your book?
I don't know. Not a lot. I don't know. I had notes in a different book. I got this book out because I thought this is what I had my notes for the show in, and it's not. You ever have someone else start an Instagram page for your pet?
No.
Yeah.
That has never happened to me in my entire. Has this happened to you?
I'm glad that's never happened to you. Yeah. It'll end a relationship. Okay.
What
Holy
the
shit.
fuck,
No,
dude? You got a story about that.
I had a girlfriend who started an Instagram page for a cat of mine, and it was just weird.
Was it the catalyst for the breakup?
It wasn't the catalyst for the breakup, but it is like you'll be in relationships, right? Where like you'll see them do things, and you're like, oh yeah, this is one of the things where you're like, oh yeah, we're not gonna be.
This is a test.
We're not gonna be.
She was using the pet account to like meet other guys or something. That wasn't happening?
Oh, well, I don't know. They made the account. I never saw the DMs for that, so who knows? But I doubt it. But yeah, no, it's just a weird thing. Because, like, it was more just like, you think you like a person until you see the types of captions that they would put on an animal's social media page.
Oh, damn.
Right? And you're like, oh, God, why would you...
So she was just
It's like when you watch it, maybe, kind of. It's like when you watch a movie with someone and like, they thought the movie was really good, and you're like...
That was kind of ass,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't
that
gonna
sucks.
last.
That
it's
sucks.
interesting.
That really sucks. I've had that happen before where, like, somebody's like, you got to see this movie, man. This movie is insane. This movie's awesome. Like, they're hyping the shit up.
Yeah.
It's the best movie you're ever going to see. Like... And then I watch it, and it's just this, like, trash. Fucking trash. And I have to, like, figure out something nice to say about it. It's like, it was a feature-length film. You know, it ran for an hour and 33 minutes. Right, because now you know that
it's, like, significant to this person. And so if you, like, say that it's shitty, even if it is, you're going to be, like, they're going to think that you're saying that they should feel shitty about themselves.
Yeah, I got to start putting my foot down, just being like, you better not bring trash in here. This better be a good fucking movie.
Right.
I'm going to check the Rotten Tomatoes score on this shit.
Yeah, but then I feel all snobbish. So I don't, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna be a good person. But then it's always another fucking stupid movie, and then I feel bad for deciding not to be a bad person earlier. I'm like, wait, no, I should have been a bad person earlier.
You definitely seem like a guy that would do that. You definitely seem like you got that energy where you're like, I'm not watching it if it's trash. Like, it better not be some bullshit.
I'll feel like saying that. I've watched some, I don't know. I watched Mr. Nobody this year for the first time, and that was an interesting movie.
Mr. Nobody.
And,
what's
like, it's
about?
a fun movie. It's about Jared Leto. And he's it's like a weird, like, multiverse Jared Leto movie. Where, like, in multiverse theory, there's, like, so many realities that all happen in different universes, but this guy remembers them all.
Oh.
And it is just a bunch of, like, disconnected vignettes from his various lives that he's retelling as some old wrinkled dude. And it's a fun movie. It's a great time, but, like, if it's pitched to you as, like, one of the most profound experiences of a person's life watching this film, and then you're like, oh, this is where you draw the ceiling for... Cool.
Yeah, dude. Shit, man. I think that I honestly think
if you're out there and you loved Mr. Nobody, you're fine.
Fuck you. Yeah, I honestly think that like watching movies or TV shows should be like a solitary activity. There's nothing like, I don't know. Yeah, like
I think we just have too much trauma of like sitting in uncomfortable, tense rooms of families who are theoretically all getting along because we're all just being quiet and watching a TV.
Oh, I fucking hate that. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. And like definitely like in a family setting when we're watching a movie, if it's like a movie that I haven't watched before, I tend to take it very seriously. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm just like, I'm standing 2 inches from the TV, arms crossed, just deep in thought. And every time like everybody else is just like,
move your head
on their phones.
Gotcha.
Like everybody else is just on their phones.
Yeah.
And you know, looking up to the screen every few seconds. And like every time anybody talks, I'm like, shut up! I want to see what happens next. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I get into it. Let's see. You ever see the movie Wake in Fright?
Nope. Who's in that?
Donald Pleasance.
No idea who that is. What was he in?
Halloween.
Oh, okay.
It's like Requiem for a Dream.
Nice.
But for alcohol.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Requiem for a Drink.
Fuck it, dude. Let's just talk about movies.
Okay.
This is
How many movies has your mom made? No. I really want to. I'm really hoping that one day I'll get someone on the podcast who will just have happened to have seen the movie Thursday, without having watched it because they heard about it here. Because it's a really weird movie. It's a weird movie. It's like if Pulp Fiction was a Hallmark movie.
That is weird. That's very weird.
It's because like it's a bad film. It's like it doesn't feel professionally made very much at all, which is weird because it's got Thomas Jane, Aaron Eckhart, who was Two-Face in Dark Knight, and Mickey Rourke has a cameo in it. And
really?
So like there's like
dude. Mickey Rourke rules.
Yeah, it's about this like ex-drug dealer who's like cleaned up his act. He's got like a wife now and a little burby home. And then one day, his ex drug dealing partner just shows up and is like, "Hey, I need to keep all this cocaine here for a minute," and then,
damn,
and then pieces out for a second.
When was
this? And then a bunch of like sketchy characters start showing up at this guy's house, and he had gotten out. It was a 1998, 1998 film.
There you go.
And it's a fever dream. It's a great bad trip of a movie. It's fun.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's talk about feel bad movies for a sec.
Okay.
Dragged Across Concrete. Feel bad classic.
Sounds like an ASMR movie.
You watch that movie and like you have to take a shower afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, just a feel bad movie, you know. But it's
what's the premise? Like what's
Oh, dude, the premise is so good.
They're going to drag this guy across concrete? What?
Actually, nobody gets dragged across concrete, which is pretty disappointing. I just put, for the viewers at home, I just put
spike.
Elmo's head on a pike. Yeah. So, the movie's like great because it just has these like dueling messages, right? Like it's every bit as much of like a like an anti-police like Black Lives Matter movie as it is just like a racist cop movie.
Gotcha.
You got these dueling narratives. It's like it's so weird. And like these like dueling messages never win out.
Gotcha.
They never like win control of the movie.
There's no decision made.
So it's just like this like weird like convoluted like mess where it's like is the movie racist? Is the movie like should I be talking about it on Twitter? What like it's so
When did
weird.
this come out?
It came out in 2018.
Great. Wow. Okay.
It's got Mel Gibson in it. So you already know.
Oh, well, then the movie is racist, right?
Yeah.
Like, it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
100%. And it's got Vince Vaughn in it, who is also like a prominent like right winger. I don't think he's as bad as Mel. Did you know that Mel Gibson?
I don't know a lot about Vince Vaughn.
Bro, Mel Gibson's dad was like a literal neo-Nazi.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder that's like the repressed shit that comes out when he's yelling at his wife then. Like, that makes total sense.
Like, people just thought he was drunk. No. He just actually
He's heard this his whole life.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, okay, so like the movie is so ridiculous. The movie is so ridiculous. The movie is about these cops who get pulled off the force. Don Johnson is in it, who is like Don Johnson. His whole thing is he's like a racist, but I don't want to call him racist. But
I love that you're like, look, I couldn't tell whether this movie was racist or not. And I'm like, well, who's in it? And he's like, well, this guy, his main shtick is he's a known racist. There's also this guy, his main shtick is he's a known racist.
Another racist.
Then there's this guy who's a racist, but also I don't like calling him a racist. Why don't you like calling Don Johnson a racist?
Look, Don Johnson, if you're reading this, I really appreciate what you did for Miami Vice. I hope to date your daughter one day. Look, I'm just saying that you've played racist characters in
too well.
Exactly, a little too well. You look like you're having a little bit too much fun while playing these racist characters. You've had a number of roles in which you've played racist characters. Little suspicious. Little
sussy. You're a sussy little baka.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying that
the movie was.
Yeah, the movie was.
In the movie, he's a racist.
In the movie, he's a racist. We'll say that. Anyways,
gleefully.
The movie Dragged Across Concrete is about these two cops who get pulled off the force.
Okay.
For excessive force, police brutality. But the thing is they get pulled off the force because this video surfaces, on the news.
How dare
of these guys. They're I don't know, like they're roughing up this culprit or whatever.
Okay.
But the whole thing is though that the video is taken out of context. Whatever, like the guy was armed or something, and like they were having to subdue this guy, this wanted criminal, and blah blah blah.
Where do you want the camera?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so basically, like they're, wrongfully pulled off the force, right? They're wrongfully accused of police brutality, which, is such a fantasy for these people. Such a fantasy.
Right.
It's like, but they get pulled off the force. And so their plan for getting back on the force, okay, is they're going to do some private investigating, all right, and they're going to thwart a robbery by killing all of the bank robbers in cold blood. And somehow through this private investigation and like vigilante justice, like murdering these guys,
gotcha.
They're going to somehow get let back on the force. Like Don Johnson is going to be like, you guys proved yourself. You're damn good cops. Through that vigilante, you just murdered those guys extrajudiciously, just murdered those guys. We're going to let you back on the force.
I know we threw you out for beating somebody up,
Put them back
but now
on the
that
force.
you, while not
yourself.
Cops anymore, have murdered some people, you know what? Well, if you're going to finish the job, we'll let you back on.
We owe them something, all right? We owe them something. It's so ridiculous.
Interesting.
Interesting. What?
And it's a feel bad movie.
It's a feel bad movie because like.
So does it ostensibly have from the perspective of the protagonists, a happy ending, or does it also end miserably for them? Or okay.
Mel Gibson dies.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird because it's like, that's kind of interesting because Mel Gibson. You'd think that Mel Gibson would like insist that his character like lives, right?
Maybe.
But his character is like racist, so his character is like not a good guy.
Okay, even from the lens of the movie, the movie's narrative.
I mean, these are dirty cops.
Yeah,
They're dirty cops. They're off the force.
Gotcha.
They're off the force, and they're like, they're taking the law into their own hands, and it's like, yeah, that's what cops look for, right? People who take the law into their own hands and commit extrajudicial
Is this like based
murders.
on a true story or something?
This is not. No,
Okay.
No. But like, the whole thing is just like such a fantasy, such a cop fantasy.
Yeah.
And it's so like they're gonna let you back on the force.
It's like Pineapple Express, but it's made for the cops, not for the stoners.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like his character dies, but like they take the money that these bank robbers had stole. They take the money, and Vince Vaughn. Actually, I think both Vince Vaughn and Mel Gibson die.
Gotcha.
Like, they're dirty cops.
Yep.
The both of them die.
Gotta go.
So that, like, in that context, it's like, okay, well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yep.
They're not good guys. They meet their demise. They like die in this gunfight. But like the one of the henchmen that was like an inside guy or something, like this undercover cop. One of the henchmen, like he sends all of the money that the bank robber. It was like gold, gold bricks. He sends like gold bricks to Mel Gibson's family, and he sends gold bricks to like Vince Vaughn's family.
Gotcha.
So they're like taken care of or whatever, and then in the end it's like the one black guy, the undercover cop, this black guy. He's now like living in this mansion, and like his brother who like is in a wheelchair. He's like this fully like wheelchair accessible mansion. His brother is like his mother's like literally like having a massage like this massage therapist. They're like billionaires now because they sold all these gold bricks. And so it's like, yeah, it's so weird because it's like we sat through 2.5 hours of just racism to get to the happy ending for the black guy. And so it's weird because in a way it's like,
well, that's
it's
Get
a
Out,
good ending.
right? Except Get Out has a downer ending, doesn't it? I never finished Get Out. What's going on?
I never finished it either.
Okay, yeah.
But in a way, it's a good ending. It's a good ending because it's like the dirty cops died.
Yeah.
The bank robbers died.
Gotcha.
Like the bank robbers got killed. The dirty cops got killed. And the black guy, he's now rich.
Right.
And so like everything works out. But it's like we sat through.
We're just gonna
like,
ignore that part where you were dragging them across concrete earlier, except they didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, and like I don't know. It's an interesting name. It's an interesting thing to call a movie. You know, it just comes at you real quick. I like movie titles like that. Just exactly what it says on the tin. You know.
Rubber.
What else? Assault on Dark Athena. If you've ever played that game.
Nope.
It was
What kind of game was this?
It was a Riddick tie-in game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shit. What's what are they listening to? What's Ani listening to? This probably makes for like really great entertainment for people at home.
That's Destiny. Shout out Destiny.
What do you
another
think
YouTuber.
What do you think of Destiny? He had a very weird career trajectory, you know? Like he went from being
went from being a pro gamer.
He went from being a StarCraft player to a political commentator now.
Yeah. To a political game streamer to now just like almost just strictly a political commentator now because now he's on like Adderall and he's just like researching
That's what happened.
And he's just researching the history of of Israel and Palestine.
You guys
want to
see
just like
what
doing
happened?
nothing but live streaming, reading the history of Israel
We gave a
for the last,
StarCraft
like, 2
player
weeks.
Vyvanse.
Yeah,
This is what happened.
That's what we're seeing right now. If you just go to
who are you talking to?
Destiny's channel, a person. I can't. If it was a comic, I would shout them out, but it's not a comic, so I can't shout them out. Somebody who ended up just going to bed and sleeping the afternoon away instead. Phil? It's the person who was yeah, it's Phil Andrews. No, it's the person who asked who I was talking about earlier, who sent me a Facebook message saying, "Did you see what I sent? Did you see my text or Snapchat?" And I'm like, well, if you're already resorting to this, just fucking.
Dude, anybody who reaches out to me on Facebook, it's like I don't know what you're expecting here. I'm not going to respond.
Yeah.
It is, you know.
At what point, yeah, like, speaking as someone who has woken up from a nap or just gotten back to my phone after blatantly ignoring it to like an avalanche of multiple messages of like, are you getting these? And it's like, listen, you'd have a red receipt if I was getting these, right? Like,
right.
We have the technology for you to know this without me telling you.
Right.
At what point do you just say, I'll message them tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
There's an interesting, as like communication technology becomes more and more convenient, it becomes more and more inconvenient because there is more and more of an obligation to, for me to, like, if you sent me a letter in the mail, like, not only do you have to wait like 3 days for that to get to me, but also I have like a week to respond to you. Okay. But now if you send me a message, it gets to me in 0.5 seconds and I have like 10 minutes or like 10 minutes from when I click on the notification to open it up. And now you know that I saw it to get back to you, or I don't care about you apparently or something. I don't know.
I honestly think that like,
which should be fine. It should be fine for you to get the idea that I don't care about you enough to get back to you in 10 minutes. Why is that an insult? Why should we care so much about each other? I don't think that we shouldn't care about each other to any extent, but there's a little bit of an excessiveness to the I care about you so much that if I get a message from you, I'm going to respond immediately, or I'm a bad person. There's got to be a happy medium between those 2 points.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about like, you know, I don't really care about like what people like. I don't really care about like, you know. I don't worry about like, you know, what are they going to think if I send this message too soon?
Gotcha. I don't worry about what are they going to think if I send a message too soon, but I'll worry a whole lot about, I opened this message like 2 hours ago. And then, and if it's on Snapchat, they get notifications if you've typed something, man.
Damn.
Even if you type and you don't send something, which I've been super toxic with before in the past. Cause like, that means that you can just like make someone's phone vibrate without having to send anything.
Yeah.
You can just type and not send anything, and they'll have a notification with your face on it.
That's crazy.
It's a horrible world we're building. Look, the point of that.
How it goes with me is you may get a response. You may get a response 2 seconds later. You may get a response 2 years later.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You may just show up at somebody's house if they send you a message. It's
that also works. That also works. I actually have been receiving death threats from Adobe software.
Yeah.
The Adobe Creative Cloud.
Why don't they like you?
Is coming because I have pirated Adobe software.
Shit. They're sending you. Yep.
They're gunning for me.
Yeah.
Dude. Bro. Like it's actually like
I got a nasty letter from HBO once for pirating Game of Thrones.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's actually like kind of it's actually kind of scary, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's like they have this pop-up that comes up and it's like you know, you have unlicensed Adobe apps on your computer. And then it has like literally a countdown. It has a countdown. 10 days. I have 10 days, and like it's actually like a pretty nice deal actually.
What is
because they're like basically they pull you aside and they're like, all right, look, you pirated our software. We get it. You can't afford it. We're going to like offer you a discount.
Gotcha.
Which is like an interesting way to go about things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
That's kind of cool. I mean,
I have
we
a
need
discount.
to figure out how to do that without threatening people.
Yeah.
But that is a kind of it's a new approach. I think we should keep trying. We should keep trying variations on that approach.
I have a pirate discount on Photoshop.
Hell yeah.
So now I get it for like I can get it for like $5 a month or something.
Nice.
But the thing is, like, the
life hack to anybody listening to this: if you want to
Yes.
get discounted Adobe products, just go to thepiratebay.se and
there you go. That's the incarnation that we're on. SE,
it's probably dated by now. We're probably Pirate Bay dot something else.
something like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, dude, the pop up is like so scary. Bro.
Yeah.
The pop up it's like 10 days. You have 10 days to purchase the app, and then
There's
like
a guy in a Guy Fawkes mask.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's like you have 10 days, and it literally says 10 days before disablement. I'm like, they're going to disable my app. But I'm just thinking 10 days before disablement.
Disablement.
Like the...
They're going to come in and give you a lobotomy.
In 10
They're going
days,
to come in and give you a lobotomy.
the Adobe goons are going to pull up to my house and
They're gonna drag you across
disable my
concrete.
kneecaps with a baseball bat. But you know what? Adobe, look, I got this. I got this shit.
Okay, maybe not actually.
You hear me, Adobe? Just pull up. Pull up. Yeah.
Wait.
You're not going to take me alive, Adobe. I got it right here. It's very dull. You'll probably get tetanus. But there you go, man. So I'm not afraid of you, Adobe. So, there you go.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a fan of that segment.
Yeah, it was very nice. Well, oh, you got a hookah?
Yeah, I need to get a new hose for it, but yeah, I do. That's been there since I've been moving, and yeah, I also need to get a new tray for it because that one's like warped and dented and it's ugly. But you know, I'm a big fan of hookahs. I bought that when I was I bought that when I was 19, and
Nice.
it was it was like a year after the laws had changed to 21 for Johnson County, and I was at this great hookah lounge that I will not name on air because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But the like 60-something-year-old lovely human who ran the place at the time. I was a regular, like, attending this place, and I already shouldn't have been there, technically, but they were chill. And I like walked over to buy it. I was pretty sure that I'd be told no. I was like, oh, I might want to buy one of these hookahs. And they were like, oh, well, which kind do you want? And like, we get to, they're like ringing it up. And because I'm a stupid teenager, like, I was like, okay, I'm just going to try myself. I was like, well, I am like 19. Am I like allowed to buy this? And the guy just looks me dead in the eyes and he just goes, well, you know, 19, 21, it's very close. He just continues to roll. It was great.
Cool.
It was a fun time. Yeah, he was a chill dude.
That rocks.
I like the music at hookah lounges. There's good
Yeah?
music at hookah lounges. Yeah, dude.
What is it like?
It's I get myself in trouble trying to describe it. It's
Like Snake Charmer music? Like the...
yeah. It's I think it was a band called Moon Cricket. No,
Moon Crickets? We're the Moon Crickets.
how is that still like? Am I gonna have to like actually edit and like bleep this out? How?
Should be
Why
good.
would
Nobody
that be a
has
slur?
used that slur
Yeah.
in like 200 years.
Man.
So we're good.
That doesn't even sound insulting.
It doesn't. And here's
Sounds
the
like a
thing.
Star Wars spaceship.
Here, Fritz the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fritz the cat. You know what's
Well,
funny?
that's less than 200 years old.
Yeah. What's funny about that movie is like, you know, it's about like talking. It's like talking animals, right? It's like it's a cartoon about talking animals, but the whole appeal is that it's like for adults, right? Like the main character Fritz the cat, he's a cat, cartoon cat, but he like smokes weed and like gets pussy and like does all this cool stuff.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like every animal in that movie is based on a stereotype. Like there's a part in the movie where he comes across like a group of heroin addicts,
Okay.
and the heroin addicts are lizards.
Gotcha.
And I think There are some Hasidic Jews,
Okay.
and they're all whippets, and they're all like dogs, like the dogs with the really long snouts. But like the thing is, in that movie, like the black people are crows, and I think
Huh.
I like honestly think that's like way cooler than the depiction of white people who are cats.
Right.
It's like, dude, I want to be a crow.
Oh yeah, they're bigger. Yeah, yeah.
I want to be a crow, dude.
You remind me of the crow from Secret of Nim.
I thought you were gonna say from
I don't think he's a crow.
Secret of Nim. Was that
Yeah, the blackbird from Secret of Nim.
That's a weird comparison, but I like being compared to a crow, so I'll take it.
There you go.
I thought you were gonna say like the crow from The Crow.
Oh god.
And I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brandon Lee.
Yeah. I was gonna say Heath Ledger. That wasn't good.
There you go.
They should have. We probably would have remade that movie by now if Heath Ledger was still around, right? He absolutely would have ended up making a Crow remake.
Something like that. Have you ever seen that movie?
The Crow once.
I've never seen it.
I've seen it once. It's I would say it's worth watching. I don't think
Okay.
it'll change your life, but I think that it's worth watching.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about Dark City with Kiefer Sutherland?
Nope.
Hell yeah, dude. We've officially reached this segment of the podcast where we just ask each other if we've seen movies. Fuck. Let's see. Alien Resurrection. Have you seen that?
I have not seen Alien Resurrection. I've seen the first 2 Alien movies and the first half of the third one, and then I fell asleep. But only because I was super fatigued, not because I was like bored by the movie. The Alien movies are super fun.
Yeah.
I love those movies. I actually liked Prometheus. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's slow. It's a slog. There's a lot of like shit in there that doesn't need to be in there, but it's a very pretty movie, and I like pretty movies. And when it is being interesting, it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a decent movie. I remember people really hated Resurrection. I think it's like a fun movie, even though it doesn't make any fucking sense. Event Horizon. Let's end on that. Have you seen that movie? You seem like you've seen Event
Horizon. I haven't seen Event Horizon. I want to. Is that anything like another movie that I haven't seen that I want to watch? Is that Comet movie with Leo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence? That Don't Look Up movie.
Oh yeah.
I want to watch that. Not a comet, asteroid, meteor thing. I don't know. Maybe it was a comet. I think it actually was a comet. But I want to see that. Is Event Horizon similar? Is it like a world-ending cataclysmic event movie
Event
type
Horizon
thing?
was like there's like a spaceship
Okay.
and
There's this event.
it goes through a wormhole.
Gotcha.
And everybody inside becomes gay as a result. The wormhole turns everyone gay.
Wait, like actually? This is the movie?
And then they like look at the surveillance camera footage from the crew, and they're all fucking. They're all having a gay orgy.
You're pulling
on
my
the deck
leg.
of the.
You're pulling my leg
of
right
the
now. This isn't what
spaceship.
happens in the movie.
No, it's a horror movie.
Okay.
Like they go through a black hole.
They go through a black hole,
and like everyone goes insane.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I used to watch that movie all the time.
Sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out.
It's kind of schlocky.
Sure.
If you've seen,
Well, yeah, like I love the movie Thursday, but I would never like defend it being a masterful piece of cinema.
Yeah.
But like, I find that usually it's not like the best movies ever. The best movies that I've ever seen are very rarely like the movies that I connect the most with, which. I don't know. Maybe that just means that I'm a garbage human, or maybe that I don't know. But but like I'll like have really connective experiences watching like shittier movies that I'll be like, no, but this is it's not a good movie, but like this was a good movie.
Nice. How long have we been going for?
We are coming up on 2 hours. We're 8 minutes out from 2 hours.
Fucking Christ.
Let's.
All right, man.
I'm gonna get ready to outro.
Yeah, let me get some shout outs here.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Andrei Korchevsky. Shout out to Marina Morskaya. I don't know who any of you are, but you seem like cool people. I'm just shouting out random people who followed me. No anti shout out to Phil Andrews. You don't get a shout out, sir. I'm just kidding. Phil, you're a good guy. It's been real. Don't forget to send a letter to your local congressman today and tell them that you're gonna blow up their office. I'm kidding. Don't do that. All right.
I'm not kidding. No.
Let's see. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Watch
everybody.
Event Horizon and Thursday.
Watch Event
what
Horizon.
Year was Event Horizon made?
Watch Thursday. 96 or 97.
Okay, yeah. 96, 97, and Thursday is 1998. Watch late 90s cinema. Watch some late 90s cinema. There's some gems in there.
Hell yeah, there you go. All right. Drink more water. Drink more water. Signing off. Yeah.